Welcome everyone to this month's new moon reading. This new moon is on the 25th or the 26th, depending on where you are in the world. This new moon is in the sign of Libra. Please remember to watch for your rising sign first, as I'll be talking about the houses that this new moon falls in for each sign. And then watch for your sun and moon signs, just so that you can get a bigger picture. As always, please remember that these are general messages, general readings, and they won't resonate with everyone. Hello Libra, welcome to your new moon for this month of September. This new moon is in Libra, so it's all about balance and harmony. Ruled by Venus, which is all about love, beauty, the way we surround ourselves with beautiful things, art. Now, if you're a rising sign Libra, this is going to play out in your first house, which is ruled by Mars, which is all about your appearance, your identity, how you are in the outside world, like how you your outward personality. That was quick. So let's see what messages Spirit wants to give you. So please remember to watch for your sun or your rising sign first, and then your sun and moon sign, to get a clearer, more in-depth picture. Have a look at these energies for you, Libra. Thank you. Darkness. That's very interesting, actually, with the tarot cards. Apologize for the noise. Somebody's, I think, mowing the lawn or doing some gardening, so apologize if it gets a bit noisy. Let's go with this one. The Wombat Spirit, be at home. I'm trying to think. I think Taurus got this Wombat Spirit as the overall energy as well. So Libra, if you have Taurus as a sun, moon or rising, please make sure to watch that, because it's got the same energies. Show the world the real you. Lovely. Okay Libra, let me just grab the energies for this new moon. Actually, I hope I haven't been saying the full moon. I've just got this feeling that I've said the full moon. Sorry. If I've said the full moon, I do apologize. It's the new moon in Libra in the month of September. Okay. So Libra, we start your reading with Wombat Spirit, be at home. And I get the feeling that you're going to want to stay close to home, or home is going to be your sanctuary. That's kind of the feeling that I get for you. Now, the wombat does live in a burrow, and I'm kind of seeing this like bubble around him. So I feel that you're going to need some nurturing. You're going to need some peace and quiet. You're going to need to retreat from the outside world a little bit. And that's not a bad thing. And around the new moon, you know, the new moon, Libra, is all about planning our dreams, looking at what really inspires us. What are our intentions? What wishes do we want to make at the new moon? And really looking at our dreams and visualizing them, seeing them in our mind's eye. That doesn't mean that we already have to know how to bring them to life, but it means that we need to be able to see them in our mind, in our imagination, to be able to see what our world would look like, what it would feel like if that dream came true. And that's kind of the first stage of manifesting. And once we get clear on that, we can get into the planning and then the doing part of it. But staying close to home is going to be really important for you. And yeah, just get this, just to be cozy, just to be comfortable and cozy, and just really settled, you know, a good book and a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a nice glass of wine or something, and just really putting your feet up, beautiful bath with salts or bubble bath or whatever makes you feel pampered and comfortable and nurtured. That's really what I'm getting from the Wombat Spirit for you, Libra. Something that really just is for you, and you're just for the pure sheer comfort of it, almost indulgence, but not in a negative way, just the indulgence that makes you just feel really just happy and comfortable, satisfied. Next we have the full moon in Aquarius, and it says show the world the real you. And I get the feeling, Libra, I'm wondering if that's why we're this pampering, this nurturing, this really indulging yourself in things that make you happy. I wonder if that's because you're coming to the realization of, or not coming to the realization, but you're coming to the understanding of the authentic part of you, the real you, the deep you. You know, the one that you show when nobody's looking. You know, when you're home alone, are you silly? Do you put music on and dance around like, you know, a 5-year-old? On the other hand, are you very serious but feel out in the world you have to make people laugh or you have to be funny? It's all the ways that we feel we have to be in order to be accepted. And that is what I feel, Libra, that you're starting to embrace and let go. You're starting to see how you're not really being true to yourself somewhere, somehow in the outside world. And you know, at home you can see how you truly are, and you're going to bring that person that you are at home, in the comfort, in the security of your home. You're going to start to show that to the real world. And there can be fears associated. Well, not there can be. I'm going to say there is, or generally is. You know, it's not easy to say, hello world, this is me. I'm laughing, but woo, it's not easy. It takes confidence. It takes, and not that bold, ego-driven confidence that, you know, we think ourselves more highly than we think of others. We put ourselves above others. None of that. This is just our authentic self that we get frightened to show the world, because it's the real us. It's our authentic self, and if people don't like it, we know that's who we are. So they're not liking our realness. when you put on a facade and people don't like it, I mean, we don't like it, our ego gets a hit because our ego chose that facade and he got it wrong or she got it wrong. But we can always change that. We can always, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have been like that. And what do you tell yourself? Next time I'll be different. And so the next time round, when you find yourself in a similar situation, you're not going to use that same facade that you used last time. You're going to make up a new one. And I don't think we realize how exhausting that is. I'm going to say so many people, I must say myself included. We say going to parties and socializing is exhausting. Well, I've learnt that it is when you're playing a part. It takes effort to keep that facade up, to keep acting, to keep being that person. That takes energy. And that's why we become so exhausted. But when you can go and you're just yourself, it's scary, but it doesn't take anywhere near as much energy. In fact, it really doesn't take any additional energy than just being there. Because suddenly you don't have to fill the little gaps of quietness. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be the laugh of the party. You don't have to be the one with all the ideas or all the knowledge or all the good information. You don't have to be fill in the blank, whatever you be when you go out. And that's why a lot of us don't like that. And how we change. And when we are just purely ourselves, then going out doesn't have the same impact on us. And I'm sure, Libra, you all know what it's like. You get together with some friends that are real soul friends. Really, you can just be 100% yourself. And you can sit there and talk for hours. The hours just go by so fast. And then you find yourself with a group of people that you're not so comfortable with and you feel that you have to be a certain way. And it is agony. It's that constant performance, isn't it? And I feel that's where this darkness comes in. I normally read this card quite differently when I get it, but in your reading, Libra, it's showing me that in order to show the world the real you, you have to retreat first. You are actually in the process of discovering who that is. It's like, in my home, I'm this. And that's coming to the realization of who you really are. And then to the understanding, okay, when I go out into the world, if I'm afraid, if I get anxious, if I get nervous, if I feel my confidence lacking, I feel self-conscious, how do I act? What masks do I put on? And it's by understanding what you do in those different situations and why that you can actually start to allow them to fall away. But until you can see how you change yourself in different situations, it's really hard to change that. You know, this might be for somebody in particular. I sometimes tell Spirit, I don't want to say that. And they'd be like, please say it. So I'm going to say it. But, you know, I was just told, do you start romantic relationships being all sexy, and you know, you wear the right, you know, if you're female, the right lingerie. If you're a man, I don't know, the right aftershave. Do you make sure you're neatly shaven all the time? And, you know, do you really put on this air of sensuality and sexuality? But in your real day-to-day life, you're kind of cotton underwear and no makeup, and maybe you're a man who doesn't really like aftershave, and maybe you like your 3-day beard or whatever it is. Apply that however you want to, but it's that kind of energy. And the reason it's so detrimental, and the reason why I think the universe, spirit, has asked me to say that one in particular, is because we enter into these relationships, and whether it's being sexy or not, however we do it, but we enter them on a falsehood. So the relationship is more likely to fail, or one partner is more likely to get a feeling of letdown because they thought who you were showing up as was the real you. But you know, at the end of the day, we can't keep that up forever. It's once the relationship becomes more meaningful and deepful, and we start to let go a little bit, our true self comes out. And you know, when we start by pretending to be something or someone else, it's gonna cause problems. And that's just an example of in our romantic life. But the same thing happens when in our jobs, in our everyday life, with our friends. And I think you're starting to see that, Libra. I think you're really starting to, or maybe not that you've started to see it, but I think you're really looking at the ways that not being you doesn't serve you. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles and Justice. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe. And this is a tangible one. The Pentacles are things that are in the world. So this is new people, it can be a new job, it can be just even opportunities, but that are present in the world. A way of making more money, a promotion. It can be moving, new job. Sorry, I already said new jobs, but new homes. All that kind of thing. It's really a seed that you can grab hold of and plant and really manifest it in this world. Really make of it in this world. And you have to take it. The universe can bring you gifts, but if you don't reach out and grab them and do anything with them, they just float by, don't they? And you've got the Justice card. And that's the universe bringing things back into balance. It's the truth. It's the clarity of knowing how to bring things into balance. And I love these two together. I love the Ace of Pentacles with most of the major arcana, because the major arcana for me is the universe guiding you, helping you. It's the universe intervening in some way. You still have a choice whether you take it or not, but it's still help from the universe. And next to the Ace of Pentacles, that's the universe really stepping in on your behalf, really guiding and trying to help you. And for me, this really signals that you're really on the right path. Not that we could ever not be on the right path, but sometimes we're taking a detour to learn an extra lesson. And this is not the detour, this is the straight path. And the universe wants to help you. And I love with the Justice card, I love, you know, the balance. I mean, hey, Libra, this is you, isn't it? The balance. And the Sword of Clarity. So very quickly, I feel, Libra, with the Justice card here, you are going to see how being real changes everything. And I think this Ace of Pentacles is here because you are being real, and therefore you are aligning with what is yours out there. I often say that when we have all our masks on, the right situations and the right people can't find us because we're camouflaged. We're not being true, so we're not attracting the right people. But when we are being our real, true self, authentic self, that's when the proper people, the proper opportunities can come to us, because we are being real. And the Page of Cups, the pages for me are the possibilities. And with the Cups, it's the possibility of fulfillment. It's the potential for something that fulfills you. I'm sorry, I got my words wrong. The pages for me are the potential. The potential of something starting, something growing. And with the Page of Cups, with the fish in the cup, you know, there's a surprise element to that. It's not going to be quite how you expected it. And you're at the very beginning of this potential. The Ace. That's the beginning. That's where the gift comes to you, and you can take it or you can leave it. But if I say, oh, always take an Ace, do something with it, and the potential is amazing. And because the Page of Cups is here, even though this is not the Ace of Cups, I feel that you are taking the Pentacle, because she's holding the cup. The page is holding the cup. And there's going to be lessons and growth and learning. But it leads you to something true. So just go slow. This is all very early, but with the Justice here, I believe the universe is going to show you signs that look what happens when you trust enough to be you. How wonderful you are, just being you. Oh, Libra, such a beautiful, beautiful message. Thank you so much for joining me again. Love and light, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.